Hi, welcome back to Mr. Menta's ELL classroom. Today we're going to be continuing working on Chapter 9, the simple present tense. To complete this lesson, you're going to need the worksheets that you can find in the description of the YouTube video. The worksheet 62, 63, and 64. So, we've completed the first textbook section of this lesson, so we should be pretty familiar with the basic grammar rules we're talking about in the simple present tense and with the vocabulary words we're using in this lesson. So now we're going to practice them some more in this fill-in-the-blank worksheet. So over here we have a box of words that will go in the blanks. Now, sometimes they will use words twice, so be careful about that. Be careful. All right? If, by the way, you don't have a printer at home, you can still complete this exercise by pulling these up on your computer and writing the answer on a sheet of notebook paper. But hopefully you're able to print them off and get the full effect. Okay. So, it's very simple. We've done this kind of thing before. Just read through here. This person is talking to this person, just like we did in our textbook exercise. And you fill in the missing words, so like they did this one for you. What's your name? So over here, what do you think she wrote here? Probably my name is. Okay? This is, A is this person, B is this person. Okay? After that, I want you to go on, complete this one here, where we're going to be talking to two people. And then this one here, where we're going to be talking about two people. And then when you get here, this is a listening exercise, so here, stop. Okay? So do those three sections of the worksheet, and then pause the video, or then come back to me, and I'll go over the answers with you. Okay? So now, pause the video and do those three sections of the worksheet. Okay? Pause the video now. All right. Did you pause the video and fill out the worksheet? Okay, great. So I'll go over the answers with you. Okay. What's your name? My name is Sung Hee. Where do you live? I live in Seoul. Okay. What language do you speak? I speak Korean. What do you do every day? Every day I eat Korean food and I watch Korean TV shows. Okay? So far pretty much the same as what we already did. Moving on. So we got this one person talking to two people. What are your names? Our names are Carlos and Maria. And to be clear, this should be O-U-R, our names. And then names, we should have an S, our names. Where do you live? We live in Madrid. What language do you speak? We speak Spanish. What do you do every day? Every day we sing Spanish songs and we watch read Spanish newspapers. Yeah, you watch TV, you read the newspapers. We read Spanish newspapers. Okay, next. Going on to the top half of page 63. Okay, so Now we've got them talking about two people, probably their kids. What are their names? Their names are Yuko and Toshi. And make sure you spelled their correctly. It's the same as this one here. T-H-E-I-R. Their names are. Where do they live? They live in Kyoto. What language do they speak? They speak Japanese. And remember, we don't have the S here yet because we're talking about they. We use the S for he, she, and it. So if I said he, I'd say he speaks Japanese. But because this is they, I say they speak Japanese. What do they do every day? Every day they eat Japanese food and they watch Japanese TV shows. All right, how are we doing so far? Good? All right, so this one's a listening exercise. So, since this is a listening exercise, I'm going to make it a little challenging. I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm going to read you a question, and then you have to read the answer, okay? So I'm going to make this challenging. So remember, we're going to have to go quickly. So you need to listen and read quickly and circle the correct answer. So number one is an example. Number one, what's your name? You'd circle, my name is Kenji, because I live in Tokyo wouldn't make sense. So number two, going a little faster. Number two, what language do you speak? Number three, what do they do every day? Number four, where do you live? Number five, what language do you speak? Number six, what do you do every day? All right, so going over those again. Number two was, what language do you speak? I speak Italian. Number three, what do they do every day? They watch Russian TV shows. Number four, where do you live? We live in Seoul. Number five, what language do you speak? We speak French. Number six, what do you do every day? We sing Spanish songs. All right, so now we're going to go on to the next section. Over here, we have a section to read. I'm not going to read it for you because I think you can do that on your own. And then you're going to answer questions about it. So over here, they say, what's her name? You look over here, said, what does it say? It said, my name is Jane. So you write, her name is Jane. So this should be similar to what you already did on the other video with the textbook page. You're going to read the questions, you're going to read what she says, and write the answers. And then I want you to go on to the next page, do the same thing, read this, and then now you'll notice now you have to write the question to fit the answer. So close, but now we're writing the question, not the answer. They're making you think a little more. Okay? Then down here, we've got another one. You're going to read this and answer questions about it. And then finally, at the bottom, we're going to talk about, it says, write about yourself. So at the bottom, it's going to be, what's your name? So write the answer to the questions with your name. Okay? And that will be the end of this exercise. So complete those parts of the worksheet and pause the video and complete those parts of the worksheet. Then, after you're done, unpause the video and I will talk about the answers with you. Okay? So pause the video I will wait. There we go. Okay, did you pause the video? Great. So, what's her name? Her name is Jane. Where does she live? She lives in Montreal. Did you remember your S? Did you write she lives in Montreal? This is where we have to practice that. I hope you remembered to write she lives in Montreal. What does she do every day? She listens to Canadian music, or she plays the piano, or both. The important thing here, though, is I want you to make sure you remembered that letter S. You should write she plays. She plays the piano. And she listens to Canadian music, okay? That's one of the big lessons in this chapter, when to use the S and when not to. So I hope you remembered the S. Okay, moving on. Okay, so let's talk about Omar. So, our answer is his name is Omar. So over here we should write, what's his name? His name is Omar. Okay? He lives in Cairo. That's the answer. So what's the question? Where does he live? And notice, remember here, in the question, you don't have the S. So it's not where does he lives. It's where does he live. No S. The S goes over here in the answer. All right, now they've switched up and they give us the question. What language does he speak? He speaks. Did you remember the S? Speaks. Arabic. What does he do every day? I hope you didn't think that was one word. It's what does he do? I can see how that would be confusing. He eats Egyptian food. Not eat, eats. Because this is he in the simple present tense. He eats Egyptian food and he reads Egyptian newspaper. So eats Egyptian food and reads Egyptian newspapers. All right. Next, Sonia. Okay. Okay. What's her name? Her name is Sonia. Where does she live? She lives, remember the S, she lives in Sao Paulo. What language does she speak? She speaks, remember the S here, over here you need an S in speaks. She speaks Portuguese. What does she do every day? Every day she does exercises. Does exercises, not do exercises. This is simple present every day. She does exercises and she plays soccer. Okay, yeah, one more thing. So now, you're using this to write about yourself. So, what's your name? My name is Javier, Eric, Mr. Menta, whoever's writing it. But make sure you wrote my name is. Where do you live? I live in Tacoma, probably. What language do you speak? I speak English, probably, maybe something else, but probably English. What do you do every day? Every day I watch American TV shows, or I read American newspapers, or I go on American websites. Okay? Let's see if you probably practice using the word American, just because that's what we've been practicing for the other things. All right. So, that is the end of this exercise. Good work. I will see you in the next one.